Well, hello everyone and welcome back to my mess, or what my wife would call the garage of horrors, or maybe hoarders, maybe both are true. So, if you're not familiar, what I do is wander around a lot. I play with my metal detector in the desert, I wander around in forest, I pick up things, I collect things, and now my challenge in order to bring them home is to do something with them. So that's what I do. I try to resurrect, I try to revive, I try to give things new life, or help them find a life they used to have that can be useful again. So I usually will find things, pick them up. Sometimes I'll hit up yard sales and stuff to pick up odds and ends. And my furnace just turned on, so we're going to be serenaded by some fuel burning for a moment. But anyway, today I'm going to look at some of the things I found, and I think I'm going to work on a bullet shell and a rattlesnake rattle necklace. So again, some odds and ends that I've either found or picked up in my journeys. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you have some suggestions. I am not a craftsman. I am not an artist. I'm just a guy that's bored and tinkers around and hates to see things go to waste. I guess I picked that up from Grandma. Her favorite saying, oh, we don't want things to go to waste. Let's make use of it. Growing up through the Depression, I guess I inherited, learned, caught on to some of that. So anyway, let's take a look at what we've got here. Again, excuse my mess and my technical challenges. I am not a tech guy. I don't have equipment. I am just puttering around and making do. So, let's see, where are we? There we go. So I've got a couple of rattlesnake rattles here that I'm looking at, and a couple of bullet shells. Today we're going to use this one. This is an old one that I found with my metal detector. I am out in the desert a lot, and so I love the patina that metal gets out here in the desert. It's dry, so it gets a nice color without rusting through in many cases. With this one, this is one I drilled a hole through a long time ago and never got around to do anything with. So today we're gonna see what I can do with it. So anyway, bullet shell, a couple of rattles here. Now, I think I'm going to use the small one, obviously, since it might actually fit into the bullet shell. I've tried a couple of different things with these rattles as far as preparing them. You know, throwing them on the floor. All right, this may never be found. There it is. All right. Kind of dangerous to fall on this floor. Anyway, so I know particularly I like it, especially on some of the big ones. You can still hear the rattle, and I've tried like totally coating them in polish or in polyurethane to preserve them, because they do get brittle and break easily, and so I want them to last, but I also want them to kind of regain or hold on, retain that rattle sound. And so I do use a polyurethane, but I go over it really, really lightly. Just to kind of give the outside a little bit more stability, especially this last one. It likes to fall off, and I've got a lot of them missing just that last rattle on there. And I'll try to go in between a little bit, but I still try to keep it pliable and workable even as I'm adding on to it. And I will usually put a little more right up here on the top, because there's not a rattle there, and that's really brittle, fragile, and still a pretty good rattle sound, but I think that will be strong enough, especially for what we're using it for today. That's my hope. So usually I would let that dry, a couple hours, but I'm ADHD and I'm not patient enough to wait today, so we're not going to. We're going to go right ahead and dive right into this. So again, I have kind of pre-drilled the hole. It's going to be really simple. I'm just going to take and it's a little bit bigger, which is fine. So I'm just going to take and pop that last one that's flexible and slide it up into there. See, I like that side better. I want that side showing. So there's where my chain will go through, so I want that out. And I like to try to give it a little curb to dry with that. Kind of looks cool, I think. Still got some sound with it. Yeah, if you can hear that. Of course, the bigger ones are going to retain sound a lot better when you put them in, but that's going to do for now. Hold that in place. Again, I know there's specialty stuff for all of this, specialty glues and drills and all that stuff. I just don't have it. So I may do again. So good old Elmer's craft bond, and shoot that down in there to hold it in place. This is going to dry clear, thank heavens. Normally I would take a little bit more time with this, but for demonstration purposes, this is what we get today. Again, tools or whatever I find at the time. So I'm just going to make sure I work that glue down in there, so it's going to hold that rattle in place. And I do want to clean that off the best that I can. Again, someone that really knew what they was doing would probably have something ready to wipe that off with. Here's some. So we want to get it off the rattle. Even though it's going to dry clear, it still does leave a film, and we don't want it to show. So that's going to sit upside down and let that dry for a little bit. And I am going to look for, on this one I want to do some embellishments. I think the rattle looks cool in and of itself. Where are you? There, can you see that? But I think I might bling it. I do make some of the bigger rattlesnake rattles, and guys like them and wear them. I do a lot that men buy, and they will hang from their dashboard, their pickup. It makes a nice decoration. They may wear them for a pendant or a necklace. That's awesome too. I do make some earrings out of them as well. But in this case, I'm looking maybe something that a lady might wear. All right. And so I've got some salvaged little cubic zirconium stuff that I pulled off of old jewelry and that I picked up along the way, either found or buy them for nothing or get them for nothing at a yard sale or estate sale or something. So I've got some different colors, and so I'm going to look at, boy, that's just really, we'll put a nail in there to block it. One day we'll do some stuff with the old carpenter's nails or the old horseshoe nails that I find too. I find a lot of those, and they make some really cool necklaces. I do some crosses and stuff out of them that really look good. So today, let's see, that's tiny. I wonder if we can get that blue one to show up at all in there. Let's give it a shot. So we're going to use a little quick drying super glue for this one, and we'll hope it works. My hands and fingers just aren't as steady as they used to be, so I do have some trouble when I get into the fine stuff. I have trouble opening the glue apparently too. I mean, let's see. If teeth don't work, I guess we can actually try something a little. Now, real craftsman, you're going to watch this and you're either going to be pulling your hair out or laughing your head off as you watch me stumble through this crap. But oh well. It's really what this does is while I'm out talking to myself in the garage, it doesn't make me seem as crazy because I can say, hey, look, I'm doing it for YouTube. All right, well, we're going to go to round 2 for the glue because I can't even get it open. Tools and equipment make the difference in all things, and so this is going to be one of those things. So let's see how this turns out. I want to put that kind of right in the middle. So I'm going to shoot for right here so we have that nice little blue diamond. Haha. Now, see if I can manipulate these scissors. I should have a pair of tweezers, but I don't. Again, my hands just don't cooperate with me a lot. So, I've got the little bling set in place. Which will make it just a little bit more feminine, which is exactly what you want with the Rattlesnake Rattle. It's just a little bit more feminine, right? And when that's dried off, I'll touch it again with some poly just to help kind of set it in place a little harder. And then I'll decide if I want to use just a clear black leather lace rope to wrap that through, or if I want to put a chain on it. But anyway, there's my little experiment for tonight. And that's me dropping my phone. Anyway. Hey, there I am. Anyway, thanks for joining me again. Tune in for more wonders, miracles, and catastrophes with me as we go on this journey. Anyway, I wish you all the best. Thanks for tuning in. Bye now.